it only gives you a little bit of nerves, you know, but like I like that feeling. That's why I still do this. So like he makes me a little bit nervous, and I like it.
Dig it. The weight class, do you think it has any impact? I think he said he probably deserves to be a light heavyweight anyway, or needs to be. I don't know. What do you think?
He's a big dude. I mean, he's not a small middleweight. He's not the smallest light heavyweight. I'll tell you that. Yeah, as far as impact goes, I think that him moving up says a lot about my division. So if you guys want to do your jobs, go ask every available light heavyweight why there's a middleweight fight in this fight. They're going to make up a bunch of shit, but I think you guys can influence every single one can say that. So, you know, I'm the veteran, I'm the gatekeeper, like whatever those guys say. Well, why does Anthony get paid so much? And why does he get this opportunity? And why does he do this? Because I'm willing to do this shit that you guys won't do. Me fighting a middleweight on Saturday proves that to everybody. So
Awesome.
I think all those guys just got exposed.
Strong words. Should be a great fight, like you said.
100%. And serious shout out to Roman Dolidze. It takes a lot of balls. Dude flew back to the States to step in there, weight class up against the ranked opponent. That's a big deal. I think you should get one for that.
The last thing for me, as you say, you're kind of everything in a box, not worried about where it projects you, etc. But just like schedule, frequency. I mean, after this, do you need time off, or do you just like, hey, if another offer comes up, let me know. What's the plan?
Yeah, I'm afraid to say that because every time I say that, I fight. Like, I don't know why it works out like that. But yeah, I mean, there's some boxes.
Wow, I get a bunch of little pets. What's with you like that?
I've never fought MSG before. I think it'd
I'm
be
just going with the little doggy.
if I ended my career without fighting MSG.
I don't
just
have
don't
these
look too
ones.
far ahead. So it feels uncomfortable to say, well, if this one doesn't catch the next one, like, I'll be working on 37 next one. So if I can squeeze in November or something like that, I think that'd be best.
Anthony, right here. Roman was in here earlier. He said that he was quite familiar with you because John Jones brought him into his camp for your title fight because he said John was very concerned about your jiu-jitsu. I guess, what do you just make of that, kind of the connection?
Why? What did he do wrong?
He said that great jiu-jitsu. We've rolled a couple rounds together. He's a tough dude. He's a good dude. He's very, very good.
Okay, well, at least we got some good information from
A little bit
him.
of familiarity with him. I've obviously worked the desk several times with him on the card. And you guys can go back and look at some of those shows. Like, I really raved about his game and his jiu-jitsu, and honestly how frustrating it was at times to see him go to these fights and not do a whole lot of jiu-jitsu. So that's a really cool thing. That's a fun fact. I didn't know that.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, we know the title fight was the main event on this card. You're not looking past this fight. If you win, do you use that like time, especially for something looking towards that main event?
Yeah, I mean, probably, but you know, I said that in the last fight too. But I think I need to delegate maybe to you know, Lloyd or Scotty or Mark, like, to remind me, because I am living in the moment right now. Like, I'm doing a really good job of just staying in the moment, being where my feet are. So, like, I fought in Brazil, and, like, I didn't even, you know, Alex Pereira's, like, making fun of me in the crowd. Like, I didn't even realize it, like, because I'm just, like, I'm living, like...
I honestly don't remember how to play. I think I'd be better just to start with.
I cannot do that here.
We'll see.
Until I get my parents back.
Anthony, just a few minutes ago, you said like, fellow fighters were like kind of calling you a gatekeeper.
Not while I'm in town.
Do people actually bring up like your pay, like you said, like why is Anthony?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Like fellow fighters.
yeah, we hear that shit in the back all the time.
Like fellow fighters say.
Oh yeah. It's weird, right? Yeah, it's very weird. Like, what if you guys are out there arguing about who makes more money? That'd be fucking weird, right? Yeah.
So your coach on, I think it was on Embedded or Countdown or whatever, said like taking this fight on short notice, you kind of immediately get into prep day. You don't really have time to like focus on like this obviously long camp. So do you? I know you said you don't want to take all these short notices now, but Roman is clear in this that he likes this because he doesn't need to do media. He doesn't have to do all the interviews. He doesn't have to do all the prep, both mentally like that. Is this best case scenario for you to just get right into the fight?
No, none of that stuff really changes for me, whether it's short notice or I have more notice. It's all kind of the same for me. Like, my meeting schedule is about the same as it typically is. I don't really do that many interviews anymore. You know, I do a couple here and there, but so that doesn't really change. No, it makes sense. Like for him though, you know, I can get that. He's not like a media darling, and I don't mean that in like a negative way. You just don't see a lot of him in the media, so him being able to come into a big card like this, big opportunity, you know, with a lot of eyes on the fight, without having to worry about the bullshit. I get that.
And then probably into this fight, but I feel like I should ask you this. Coach Swanson was in here earlier, and he was saying that he's just noticing fans don't really do their research on the original fighters when they paved the way, and he kind of brought up all the WBC guys and everything. I'm curious, do you see that too? Like all of these fans that, like specifically we talked about, people view Jose Aldo as the guy that left the corner, and they don't really bring up the WBC Jose Aldo. They don't know that. So do you get, like, what do you say to those fans that, you know, they don't know that you fought in Strikeforce, they don't remember you as a middle and everything?
Yeah, you know, just in general, I think as our fan base is getting younger, they just weren't around for those days. I mean, to be honest, I think a lot of younger fans probably don't go back and, you know, watch the 91 Bears. Like, they just don't go back and do the research. But when it hurts them, like, to go back and get on UFC Fight Pass and go watch like the WC days and the Pride fights and the Strikeforce. There's a lot of good fights in there. I just think it would be fun to go back and see all that stuff. And I get it from Cub because, you know, like I've seen Cub kind of recently getting some dust ups online, kind of along those lines of just not being respected. And you know, my generation of fighter put Cub's generation on a pedestal. If Cub Swanson and the people that came with him never were around, then people like me wouldn't be here. And that just keeps on going. You know, like if I'm not here, the people that came out wouldn't be here either.
I'm not wanting to do
So I get Cub's frustration because I do feel like
I guess you have
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I was just trying to do this shit, and I wanted to pause
like in the
it.
Hall of Fame, the Swede.
Recording.
Of course,
There was
you're
someone
an
watching
opponent of him.
something.
Just, I guess, reflect on what you feel he meant to the sport, what it meant to you to get the chance to fight him while he was still fairly on top of the game. Yeah,
How you doing?
I mean, legend isn't even a good enough word for, or like how to. It's not a good enough word to describe Shogun. In terms of, you know, my history with Shogun, I wish there was a way that I could repay him for what he did for me. He gave me an opportunity when he didn't have to. You know, they were talking about him going into a title fight.
And centuries ancient creators have returned to claim the hearts of humankind. This is the story of their downfall.
Oh.
That's all he needed was a win. He took a big risk, and I think that says a lot about his character and just who he is. And that opportunity skyrocketed me. It was my first main event. It was on short notice, and a lot of really good things happened for me and my family and my earning ability and where I am as a fighter today. Started that chance to get this. I've seen it a couple times since then. To be honest with you guys, it wasn't too much to go into. I still feel like that about Shogun. Like I still get starstruck. So Shogun means a lot to me.
I know probably because the this week, the train out of Colorado Factory Expo, Mark Hunt, do I be in your corner?
I was in Denver.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, and he'll be here.
Okay,
for sure.
Great.
Nice.
And something I know you've done in the past, usually like, going out in the RV with the kids and stuff during the summer. I'm guessing that's kind of on hold right now as you see what happens with this fight.
Yeah, you guys dragged me from the pool. I was spending a lot of time at the pool. But yeah, I mean, this is like best case scenario for me. I was training. Jamal was in Omaha, which made it really easy for me. I was in shape. I was doing my thing, like kind of free and open because I didn't have like a target. I was just training hard. And then this pops up, and so I just gotta like pull myself out of the pool for a couple weeks, and then come here, fight, and you guys catch me at the pool on Sunday. So this is like best case scenario for me.
And just last one for me, you mentioned training with Jamal Hill.
Mm-hmm.
You two were supposed to fight. Now you've kind of developed a bit of a friendship. He came out and trained with you. Can you just expand a bit on that and how you guys went from, possible opponents to now being, training together?
Yeah, so when Jamal first came into the UFC, I worked that card, and the fight goes the way it goes, and I talked to him afterwards and gave him some advice. He was really green in the sport, but I seen his potential and his willingness to learn and his openness, and kind of going back to the respect thing. Like, he had a lot of respect for the guys that came before him. Like if I have something to say, Jamal gives me the respect to at least hear me out. So that's kind of how it started. Then we got matched up, and neither one of us really liked it that much, but it was kind of this is our jobs that we have to do. And then we were, then he goes and fights Glover. And
Find where to shelter before I freeze.
So it's weird, our career paths.
They gave us the shittiest theater, for sure.
Me versus Khalil versus Jamal versus Khalil. That's Jamal versus Glover. Then me versus Glover. The whole thing's really weird.
Oh, okay. Because,
Roads blocked. Should clear up when the storm has passed.
check that out. Also, there was like that cool VIP area, which we didn't get a chance to check out. We could have like,
I'm not ready yet.
right, well, maybe that's what she was referring to as well. So we only went on one side. We don't know what if there's another VIP on the other side. Or... I thought it was nice. It's like this, same as an epic.
Including like when I'm sleeping also. I was probably in the 150, and I would eat that after training. So it was just training one team, really nutritious. And so I really got with DFC's people, Glenn, and yeah, they really narrowed down a good diet plan for me. I've always eaten clean. That's they really
I'm not ready
yet. Good schedule. And obviously I'm sleep around to do so. You know what I mean? So I'm a busy body.
Have you felt the difference? I mean, is one camp enough to feel the difference that those adjustments that you made?
Oh, for sure. Mentally, like me even being present right now, they want me to be here. And, obviously, I think they played a huge part. I think I worked my mind a little bit, burnt myself out. So, yeah, but now, I'm good. I feel good now, and I want to be here. I'm excited, and I always want to be here. But it makes it a little bit easier each time. So I definitely felt a difference. I definitely felt like I could get through practices much better than previous. So when you explain it as like show-ups and days and just being
I'm not ready yet.
Like, let's get through this practice. Because I was so depleted versus, let's take this practice and try to push and really Franks in the dark.
Last thing for me, you know, we always talk about the target that you had placed on your back from the very beginning, right? So you get this win on Saturday, you start the win streak again. Are you hoping that that same attention, that same energy is around you, or are you hoping to do things a little bit different in this run?
Johnny boy, all I gotta do is knock this motherfucker out, whoop his ass, me, do what I do best, and I'll be right back where I am. 27 years old, all these turds talking shit on social media, all these shitty fans, it's all good. They're not real fans, they don't know their homework, bro. I'm 27 years old, I got 15 pro fights, I'll go out there, I'll do my thing. I'm not going to change who I am, I'm still gonna talk shit, I'm still gonna be a jerk off, and yeah, that's how it is. So, you don't like me, don't fucking ask me a question, you know what I mean? Like, don't follow me. It's the weirdest fucking, it's like the weirdest clip ever dealing with, the downside of a loss. Like, you know, my body, my line, my health, and all these things. I thought if I got, everybody's acting like I got knocked out, or I got choked out, or something. I lost the decision, I lost by 1 round. And in the 3rd round, I got hit me on the ball, I couldn't see the guy for the rest of the fight. You know what I mean? So it's just, people's like delusion. It's like, I lost by that much. And the dude's got 17 UFC fights. That was my 5th one. I'm out there performing on my 5th fight. So. Bit dramatic with bad my cardio is. Look, I made it through 2 sessions of 4 rounds in the last game for Jack, and it's not lost. I mean, their game plan, he slept to it. I was sick from December 22nd until January 21st. One of the worst. I was coughing up phlegm, coughing up blood. Brendan Allen came up to help me and everything. I was dead sick. I was dead sick even on the Joe Rogan podcast on January 17th. And then I still fought, what was it, February 10th? So I was like 2.5 weeks when I wasn't dead sick. My coaches wanted to pull me and everything. And it didn't bother me. I still was like, man, I think I can beat this guy. Like, I believe it. I can knock him out. I can do this. I can do that. And we took the chance. So even in the loss, I'm still getting attention and I'm still learning. You know what I mean? So ain't nothing changed. The only thing that changed was the social media world. But nothing's changed in my heart. Nothing's changed in my mind.
Is the social media part what you're referring to, that you have to bite your tongue?
Yeah, 100%, bro. We live in a woke fucking world, a bunch of little weak bitches. So I just, I don't have much respect for a lot of people that have to bite their tongue because it's the social norms. Social norms doesn't make it right. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shit that I don't fuck with.
Looking at this fight specifically, you know, Mark Andre is pretty well known to be a very durable guy. Usually when you get in there, it's three hard rounds, 5 rounds. You're obviously famous. You can.
He's fought 5 rounds.
You fought 5 rounds. He's done a lot of 3 hard round fights. You obviously could live on the internet when you broke Francis's punch record. So when you have a guy like yourself who hits harder than almost anyone in this division against a very durable guy like Mark Andre, what kind of fight are you expecting?
I think his durability is blown up. I think he's got a lot of heart. I think he is durable. Yes, but I don't think that it's I don't think it's like a single he should be putting on. He's just people in general like he's a terrible guy. Listen, are you talking about his skills? Are you talking about his punching power? Like, cool, he fights more
You've come at a difficult time.
And it wasn't Curtis's fault. Like, Chris was doing his thing. It's just, I feel like
I'll explain.
I think he's a good dude. I think he's a tough guy. I've heard that he's a nice guy. He's a good guy. You know, but we're gonna fight. And
There is evil staring in the ruins
yeah, I don't
to
care
the
how
north.
fucking durable you think your chin
That
is.
poor monk back there must have gone inside.
Look at Jack. I didn't hurt him. But he still said I
Even
was
a
one of the
holy
first
man
people
like
to
him was driven mad by
it's
whatever he
just,
saw.
I need to get a clean one. And I was doing good
The
in that
woods
fight.
around here are
Nations,
dangerous.
You know, Mark's a totally different fighter. He's a veteran. I think he's been in this, you know, the game for a while, and I got respect for him. You know what I mean? I'm not his friend, but I got respect for him, and I think he's tough. So that's all
If
I can
Devner
say. I
is
don't
taking
think he
our
is
remedies.
got the set of
What's
skills
that?
Fire's looking good.
Can't deal with this. He's gonna
But
try to push
I
forward.
should.
He's
We'll
gonna
do
try
what
to,
we
you know,
can
he's
for
gonna
him.
want to clinch, he's gonna want to
Nah,
throw
I'm
punches,
sorry.
he's gonna
It's.
want to throw,
Could you
shitty
protect
knees,
us from whatever
some
is out there?
elbows, Is he could be that way, right? Good.
Alenta, quite a bit
A
fat.
warm heart.
Oh, you poor thing. Traveling in this. If Devmir's taking up all the space, brought these down from Kyovashat.
He hit, ran, so. And then he took me down.
And final one for me. Can I just get your thoughts on the main event?
I need
between
time
Alex
to
and
prepare
Yuri?
that.
Bunch of fucking voodoo shit going
Uh,
on. Yeah, I mean,
what'd you say?
I wish it was going on.
Oh, because I believe in this type of stuff as well. He has his ways. I have my thoughts on things, talk about like spiritually and all that stuff. And he's like, but the truth is, I see what he brings with him when he comes in the ring, and it shouldn't be about the spirits protecting him. It should be a man-to-man fight between my skills versus your skills. So he's like, I ask him to not do it for this fight. If he thinks he's the better fighter, then come in and fight with me. Which is like kind of a crazy topic of the conversation, crazy statement. But he's basically saying like, oh, if you think you're the better fighter, don't get that shaman blessing you always get. Don't come in with the blessing of the spirits. Don't come in with your this or that. Even if he's just doing it to get in his head, or maybe he really buys into like, okay, he has some strong spirits behind him, obviously. If that is going to make a difference, I'd rather have a fair fight than one with the spirits, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, how serious do you really take that? It's like kind of like
Right.
silly in a way.
They like blessing from God. Like, it's just your belief. It's
Right.
speaking off the future.
Well, that's what they asked. He was just like, what do you think about him doing that, whatever? And he's like, oh, well, I'm not going to say that his stuff isn't true or is wrong or whatever. I don't know what it really means, but I have my own beliefs too, which I think are very important to me. If you think you're so good, why do you need the blessing for it? Just come fight. So even if he doesn't take it seriously or still does his shit, it's on his mind. Like, that could fuck with your head. I think that's like where he wins. It's like, okay, I don't know if that'll rattle him, and who knows if that is even what helps him fight. Like, maybe it's just on some out of respect from where I came from, let me, represent my ancestors, but, like, I don't know to really say anything about it. That's my point. That's kind of like a funny thing. I think it's pretty funny. Like, really, dudes?
I'm not ready yet.
And even if he does nothing different, he's gonna be thinking like, "Wow, this is some bullshit. Like, I could beat him without this. Has nothing to do with that." Or even on the other side, it might make Poetan in his own head put more importance on it. Before it was important. Before it was important to him, to his culture, to his beliefs. But now it's like, oh shit. Is this what's making me win? Is it all this and not my skills? Like, you can second guess a little bit.
I need time to prepare that.
So anyway, that's what Joe Piper was talking about. He was jokingly like, well, what else do you think about it? What do you think about the main event? And he's like, I guess voodoo's involved? Like, joking, like, this guy's just a comedian. He's like a joker. Very serious, but he always has, like, the one.
A set of skills that I'm going to be, can't deal with this. I'm going to push forward. He's going to try to want to clinch. He's going to throw. He's going to throw shitty knees.
I'm not ready yet.
Elbows. He's going to be tough. He can beat me that way, right? Dictate that, but he's also a guy that's willing to exchange with me, and I'm going to catch him inside there. That's what I do. I do great when people get aggressive, so if you look out,
I need time to prepare that.
Final one for me, guys. Event between Alex and Yuri.
Bunch of fucking voodoo shit going on. Yeah, I mean, I'm bummed out. I wish it was Connor.
I need
Like, sure,
time
like,
to prepare
I
that.
think Alex is just becoming, huge in the sport. That's the way he carries himself. He's not so socially open. You know what I mean? Walk by each other 10 times and never say hello. I say hello to his coach, but we don't say hello to each other. It's just like, you know what I mean? That's a good way to carry yourself. I like that. So, yeah, it's gonna be a good main event. We'll pull it.
I need time to prepare.
Jerry's in the last one. Obviously, he got finished, so Alex has got to a bit of a beat, by the way.
I'm not ready yet.
Hopefully when Alex tackles leg, because shoulder I shouldn't have, so give me a little bit. Just curious if you think kind of stay in a nicer point bucket between you and
I'm low on pressure. I'm not ready yet.
Thank you.
Go with me. What brand is that? Yeah, me. Hey, look better with you all day.
What's your opinion on the title fight coming up between Israel Adesanya and Dricus du Plessis? How do you think that goes down?
After all the bad things between each other, that's that's the next that's going to be built. Yeah, Busy gets it done. Too busy for a long time. Dricus hasn't watched as much, but he's done.
I'm not ready.
And that's making people apart, so I don't really know who's going to win that. You also throw him a little like Dricus, he can wrestle.
I lack the needed move. I'm not ready yet.
You think Izzy wins? His belt back?
He made a partner very well. I'm guessing you two didn't train for this camp.
No, we didn't train this camp. But yeah, I know that they train in the same gym and really know how much they work with each other. And I don't give a shit. They can tell him everything he wants. It's still not going to change the result.
He lost with Sean Strickland. That was his last fight.
I think they're cool. And they do a good job, man.
So he beat Poetan, the guy who's fighting this weekend. He beat him to get his belt back from Poetan. And that's when Poetan switched weight class.
I lack the needed map.
USA, baby. Hate to let you down, brother. It just...
I'm not ready yet.
Standard, there's a work ethic. How cool is that? This is someone who's been there for a long time. I see a lot of fighters come through and want to help you guys out.
Yeah, man, everybody that's in the UFC, besides me, Andre Berchowski, we came like 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago now, to Team Marquez and Webb. And, Sean's homegrown from the UFC, Jeremiah Wells is homegrown, Pat Sabatini's homegrown, so it's cool. We got 5 of us. I think we promotions on one point too. And, so we're all building a team, and that's what we want, right? We want that camaraderie. Like, you got all these big name gyms, and there's not one-on-one attention in those gyms, but, we get a lot of one-on-one books. We got a lot of good coaches that give us individual time, and, yeah, I'm proud to be a part of it, man. These guys are selfless. Like, they lose money coming out here most of the time because we're not, champions making crazy money yet. But, yeah, it's cool to be a part of it and have people that actually love you and care about you as coaches. So, can't ask for a better team, brother.
I need time to prepare that.
Nice. My city so dang long.
Lexi, Myra, obviously you had a chance to fight for a title. Didn't go the way that you wanted it to go, of course. But I just wonder what lessons you took out of, competing at that high level.
I'm not ready yet.
Você teve a chance de lutar pelo título, você esperava mais. Que experiências você extraiu de ter competido naquele nível?
I need time to prepare. Out of mana once again. I'm not ready yet.
I think, this is going to be I think people saw that
I'm not ready
because I
yet.
was able to actually neutralize and keep the fight the first round. Everybody knows I had an injury starting the second round. So I was 100%.
Wow.
I'm out of mana. I'm not ready yet.
Honestly, there was the physical part of getting back on the mental, I guess. Knowing that you were that close to having the title, was that difficult
wow.
to deal
How
with
is that
in
possible?
the time between this fight?
So maybe the subscription's on my YouTube, but you're paying for it or something? Or was it something that we were watching? And you're like, oh, okay.
My life. I know I am the best in the world. My mind's okay. My heart's okay. Saturday, I promise I give you a show for everybody. I promise.
The Fight Back main card, International Fight Week, Las Vegas. I guess, what did it say to you that the UFC put you back in this big featured position again?
Voltando a lutar International Fight Week, card principal, depois do 3 International Fight Week. Como é que você se
I
sente
need
quando você
time to prepare that.
I'm feeling great. It's another opportunity. I think now it's going to be different than my last fight. I'm ready for a show. I am the best.
What do you think of Macy as an opponent, and what maybe she presents to you that you haven't seen before that could be challenging?
I need time to prepare. I'm low on precious mana. I need time to prepare that.
But she don't have nothing for me. I really think she...
Last thing for me, you go out there and finish your, International Fight Week. Do you start talking about a title again, or do you wait? I know there's a couple contenders in line, but what do you feel the path is for you from here?
Sabendo que a International Fight Week.
I need time to prepare that.
Okay. You had obviously fought in, a lower weight class, and Macy's fought all the way up at featherweight too. So did you have
I need time to
and
prepare
that's not
that.
just physically longer, but it's also fought in much higher weight classes than you. Você já lutou mais leve, ela já lutou já em pena, ela já foi.
Alright, first round, let's go.
Você
I'm not
teve
ready.
que conhecer alguém especificamente para treinar com você, para trazer essa envergadura e também o tamanho dela?
Man, I turned ATT. I have the best in the world with me. I don't need nobody.
I need time to prepare that. Out of mana. I need time to prepare that.
I'm the best. I proved the first round. She's having luck and
I'm not ready yet.
your jumping, explosion. She don't like fight.
A lot of people are debating whether Kayla Harrison or Juliana Pena should get the next title shot. I'm curious, what do you think deserves the next shot at the title? Algumas pessoas falam de Kayla, mas o que sim vai depois.
I need time to prepare
that. Fighted Juliana because Juliana is money. Everybody, the champion wanted Juliana because it's more easy than Kayla.
You've returned.
But I think Juliana deserves this chance.
The old ruins are clear.
Lost soul.
I'm low on precious metal.
She deserves because she never everyone, and then she always fights.
If you do get work your way back to a title shot and Kayla's there, would you guys have that nice conversation over? Because you both train at ATT?
No, I help her. She helped me. I think when this thing happened, we talk about, but we don't have to because we professional. And then we don't have problem with this. If you one day tonight and Hunter talk about fight with Kayla, I think that this we fight because we fight in the gym. When pain is better.
And final one for me. Can I get your thoughts on the main event between Yuri and Nelson? Pensamiento gerais sobre como vai ser.
I'm not ready yet. I lack the needed man.
You are blessed like us now.
She's amazing. She's a beast.
That was all of them. Right willing. Madman. Those heretics drugged me after I returned from the ruins. Just like you. I came to my wits and escaped. Tried to get inside the chapel, but it was locked and... What manner of evil is this? Petals? Of blood?
Well, normally get a fashion show.
I need time to prepare that.
So, to be here, International Fight Week, UFC 303, Las Vegas, I mean, is it still like a special feeling, or is it just like the next assignment for you?
I need time to
It is
prepare
very
that.
special. Every fight
Blood
is very
petals.
special. And it's crazy.
Like the ones I was
It's
fed.
just, I don't know. I just feel it might be
this
that I'm
real?
getting older and just appreciating things a lot.
You know what I thought was funny about the movie? That
Shameful. Our Father has granted you a path to salvation. And yet, you stray from it at every opportunity. You drink and gamble. You covet and steal. Shameful.
Sin is their birthright. My children. The lords of hell are coming to devour our world. Salvation lies not in the light, but in you. The faith has taught you to deny your heart's desire and turned you into a prisoner within yourself. Break the chains and discover who you were meant to be. Break the chains and be beautiful in sin.
Resist! Resist her temptation! Vani, it's me. I brought your child into this world.
They have awakened, Mother.
The first of many. Go to the dry steps and continue your preparations. Now, our true work begins.
You came to thank the light. Looking for the town as I neared. Foolish. You collapsed.
What I saw.
Help them.
Yes.
Mother.
I'm not ready yet.
He surrounds himself with them. Do not.
I need more time. I need time to prepare that. I lack the needed mana.
Thank you.
I need time to prepare that.
Thanks for giving us those cool tickets. That's cool. Yeah, it can be crazy back, but if we can get to our friend's house early.
I need more time. I need more time. I need time to prepare that. I need time to do that. I need more time. I'm not ready yet. Is anyone here? What are you hiding back here?
I think that's the street they live on.
Short fangs. Young. Freshly turned. An easy kill. Further south than the others. They're spreading.